As the Covid-19 pandemic continues to evolve, there has been never a more pressing need for organizations to rethink and reconfigure their businesses for a changed world. Now's the time for organizations to focus their efforts on supporting key areas of their businesses that will help them stabilize in the new environment and strategize for what's next. Businesses must navigate the financial and operational challenges of coronavirus while rapidly addressing the needs of their people, customers, and suppliers. Hi everyone! Today we are going to learn about the influence of COVID-19 on the business field. Let's get started. The journey to recovery and reinvention continues. Today's CEOs are faced with overwhelming, competing challenges and uncharted waters as they continue to navigate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many organizations are already taking no-regret actions to emerge from the pandemic stronger. These leaders are facing the crisis with a spirit of reinvention, accelerating digital transformation, establishing variable cost structures, and implementing agile operations. But in recent weeks, the landscape has changed, with the pandemic continuing to peak in some markets and returning in others. Amidst this uncertainty, the steps for reopening and reinvention remain unchanged. But companies must now consider how the pandemic's progress, strength, and recurrence in different geographies is impacting their recovery strategies. Companies must outmaneuver uncertainty by course-correcting again and again as circumstances change. This requires them to reassess assumptions, re-evaluate scenarios, and strengthen their ability to sense and respond. Connecting with changing customer habits. The coronavirus outbreak has forced companies to reevaluate how contact centers are leveraged, how employees deliver relevant customer experiences where they work, and how digital channels can be used to support businesses' continuity through the crisis and beyond. The global COVID-19 pandemic has forever changed our experiences. As customers, employees, citizens, and humans, our attitudes and behaviors are changing as a result. The crisis is fundamentally changing how and what customers buy and is accelerating immense structural changes in the consumer goods industry, for example. Once the immediate threat of a virus has passed, companies will need to consider the impact of this changing on the way we design, communicate, build and run the experiences that people need and want. With these emerging new behaviors, organizations have an opportunity to accelerate the pivot to digital commerce by expanding existing offerings and creating new lines of services, like the retailers relying to provide contactless delivery and curbside pickup services for customers. These accelerations will force organizations to reimagine their digital strategies to capture new marketplace opportunities and digital customer segments. If you're enjoying the video till now, take a second to click the like button and subscribe down below. Pairing people with opportunity resilience. Organizations globally are experiencing unprecedented workforce disruption. Virtually, all companies are still determining how we will work in the short and long term as workforces and communities try to function and perform while struggling to cope with what is happening in their daily lives. Chief Human Resources Officers across industries are rising to the challenge, helping people and organizations navigate massive workforce shifts, such as the urgent need to shift to a remote workforce to protect and empower employees, serve customers, and to establish business continuity. For example, the now critical need for virtual care messaging and visits in healthcare. Chief Human Resources Officers' expertise in developing agile workforce strategies is critical to helping the global economy viable and helping people and their families survive financially now and in the future. Opportunities are emerging as companies and industries work together to keep people working. For example, Accenture has partnered with Chief Human Resources Officers of leading companies to create People plus Work Connect, an analytic-based platform that facilitates continuing employment. People, organizations, and communities need fit-for-purpose plans today that can evolve as the global health and economic environment changes. Businesses, governments, citizens, and non-profits all play critical roles in establishing a human-centered, systems-minded approach that promotes shared workforce resilience. Restructuring for global resilience. With the Covid-19 crisis, fundamental changes in consumer behavior, supply chains, and routes to market are knocking companies off balance. Responding to the pandemic has underscored the need for leaders to accelerate the adoption of agile ways of working and value chain transformation to help outmaneuver uncertainty. Becoming an intelligent enterprise means shifting from top-down decision-making, empowering teams guided by purpose, driven by data, powered by technology, and enabled by cloud for faster speed to market. It calls for raising rigid structures and creating a porous organization with models that plug and play. The intelligent enterprise is capable of dynamic self-management and continual adaptation. It is built for agility, resiliency, and growth. Adopting a distributed global services model can also help large organizations across industries, from oil and gas to communication and media, to diffuse enterprise risk. Automating routine tasks with human plus machine models, where everyone is a knowledge worker, can also help to serve businesses now and to position them for growth post-COVID-19. And now, more than ever, the supply chain is critical. Companies need to develop a rapid response to address current distributions by increasing both resilience and responsibility. Building the resources to seize new opportunities. In the face of a COVID-19 crisis, leaders have had to act quickly to optimize their company's resilience, rebalancing for risk and liquidity, while assessing opportunities for growth coming out of a downturn. Current and future viability depends on swift C-suite action, including near-term actions for stability and strategic moves that will create new futures for companies and industries. Immediate action is needed to address short-term liquidity challenges, but also to solve for costs and profitability and generate funding to invest in the new opportunities. Many CEOs are faced with plummeting sales and revenue and increased costs. Interventions to adapt may require investments in key technologies, processes, and people. For some, liquidity has become a matter of survival. Actions taken now can have an immediate impact on the survival of a company. Building technology for the strength to succeed. Even before COVID-19, many organizations faced considerable IT challenges. Now, with this pandemic, it's pushing companies to rapidly operate in new ways, and IT is being tested as never before. As businesses juggle a range of new system priorities and challenges, such as business continuity risks, sudden changes in volume, real-time decision-making, workforce productivity and security risks, leaders must act quickly to address immediate system resilience issues and lay a foundation for the future. Leaders in the chemical industry, for example, are recognizing resilience as a key success factor. Once we reach the other side of a pandemic, it will be important to establish long-term strategies for greater resilience and to apply lessons learned from the experience to create systems and talent roadmap that better prepares your company for future disruptions. Turning massive challenges into meaningful change. All industries have been impacted by the COVID-19 crisis, with varying degrees of severity. Some have stronger defenses, while others will struggle to return to a constantly shifting normal. Consumer demand patterns are shifting, global supply chains are disrupted and remain under pressure, and different regions, markets, and governments are responding uniquely to the COVID-19 crisis. Companies must continuously adapt to new and uncertain market conditions. That's why being informed and flexible is crucial throughout this pandemic. Thank you for watching Future Self-Made Billionaires. Be sure to subscribe because more useful content is on the way.